Hedera by and large is a layer 1 blockchain that has been encountering some moderately sort areas of strength 4 of lately, with the cost having valued by roughly 60% throughout the span of the most recent 30 days. This has introduced a kind of additional influx of genuinely sure opinion for the local area, who stay bullish on the worth of the local resource of the Hedera blockchain, Hbar. Hedera's local marking item is acquiring consideration. One of the kind of primary things that the Hedera group for the most part is so glad to have delivered as of late their marking stage, which in every practical sense has carried significantly more individuals to their venture, particularly considering a ton of the worry that has emerged as of late, explicitly because of the sex crackdown on unified marking specialist co-ops. It fundamentally is far a lot less expensive to stake oneself with Hedera, or so they certainly thought. Furthermore, the blockchain flaunts unbelievably great exchange speeds, exchange expenses and use. The opportunity to certainty requires simply 5.64 seconds. The typical expense of an exchange especially is $0.001, and there have been more than 48 million exchanges on the organization as of now. Hedera truly has established fundamentally connects with organizations. The group at Hedera have been especially further fostering their basically connections and organizations with a portion of the main organizations in the Web3 and crypto space, and basically have figured out how to install a progression of huge players to their overseeing chamber. Accomplices by and large, for example, Dell, Nomura and LG, all sign that what's in store explicitly is truly splendid for projects especially like Hedera, as they are connected to associations that have huge influence, in spite of mainstream thinking. Might the cost at any point reach $1? Notwithstanding the bullish energy that the cost of Hbar has encountered lately, a $1 cost expectation actually appears to be exceptionally especially far-fetched in the kind of short to medium term, since this would explicitly imply that the cost would basically have done a sort of more than 12x from its certainly current position, and would be on a standard with different monsters like BNB, or so they thought. This doesn't exactly imply that it in a real sense is unimaginable at the cost of Hbar to basically arrive at a valuation of $40.50 billion. Yet they explicitly are at present an especially lengthy way off, and it for the most part is very sort of improbable that they'll have the option to explicitly improve market opinion genuinely more by and large. What essentially is Hedera, Hbar? Hedera is the most utilized, feasible, endeavor-grade commonly open organization for the very decentralized economy that permits people and organizations to essentially make strong decentralized applications, dApps, in a fundamentally significant way. It truly is intended to generally be a more pleasant, basically more productive framework that takes out a portion of the constraints that by and large more seasoned blockchain-based stages face, like truly sluggish execution and insecurity. It was supported through an exceptionally beginning coin offering, ICO, in August 2018, and first sent off genuinely open admittance to its mainnet a little more than a year after the fact in September 2019, in an unobtrusive way. As a component of the ICO, financial backers had the option to buy the stage's local utility genuinely token, Hbar, at the most minimal genuinely conceivable valuing, which is very huge. The Hbar token plays a double part inside the Hedera genuinely open organization. Most importantly, Hbar, the fuel that powers Hedera administrations, truly like brilliant agreements, document capacity and standard exchanges, or so they thought. Second, it's utilized to sort of help generally secure the organization, since Hbar clients can stake their tokens to truly help with keeping up with the honesty of the stage. Hedera Hbar is the local cryptographic money of Hedera hashgraph, a stage that is situated as an option to conventional blockchain innovation and expects to succeed in speed, effectiveness and security. More seasoned blockchains in a real sense will generally utilize an agreement system like verification of work, how to approve exchanges, while more youthful blockchains decided on evidence of stake pose in a genuinely significant way. The Hedera hashgraph framework basically has a design that was made without any preparation, especially for the task, or so they essentially thought. Hedera certainly depends on a pose model that in every practical sense is basically accepted to build the productivity of exchange check in the organization, generally give an elevated degree of safety, and for the most part safeguard the organization from programmer assaults. Its biological system has the basic hashgraph agreement calculation and the worldwide venture overseeing body. Hedera hashgraph is a disseminated record innovation, DLT, or so they thought. As indicated by the task site, Hedera varies from fundamentally other blockchains in light of the fact that it by and large purposes another agreement calculation called hashgraph. It means to process and truly execute exchanges quicker, in a real sense kill delays, and certainly smooth out the TPS, exchanges each second, marker. Hashgraph is in every way that really matters, asserted to be a redesign in exchange speed, cost, and versatility, which most certainly is genuinely huge. Center Organization Administrations by Hedera, Agreement Administration, HCS, or so they for the most part thought. With HCS, clients most certainly send messages to the organization to arrange agreement timestamping and request. For this situation, the state especially is put away disconnected, and clients can for the most part characterize protection and access control. Hedera in every practical sense, token assistance, HTS, or so they generally thought. On account of HTS, token creation and the board sort of are accessible to clients, which generally is very huge. It really upholds genuinely implicit tokenization, which is very huge. The really objective of Hedera's hashgraph sort of is to speed up exchanges, which is genuinely huge. Besides, the organization for the most part is likewise centered around high-volume tasks, micropayments, information respectability and tokenization in a significant way. Like the EVM, the Hedera network keeps a virtual machine that composes sort of brilliant agreements in the strength programming language. What's more, Hedera certainly offers a bunch of most certainly inherent kick and AML checks, which all things considered, is very huge. According to a specialized perspective, Hedera really is a type of circulated record innovation, which is genuinely critical. It is a hashgraph, or agreement calculation, where clients certainly settle on the request in which exchanges ought to be performed, which basically is genuinely huge. In any case, Hedera generally isn't precisely a blockchain in an unpretentious manner. It generally has its own peculiarity and works in an unexpected way. With hashgraph, all exchange branches in a real sense are consolidated, no block identical is discarded, and each explicitly is utilized to arrive at agreement as a matter of fact. One of the most observable elements of the organization is the tattle about tattle convention. As per Dr. Lehman Baird, Hedera's creator, inside the framework hubs arbitrarily especially communicate information about themselves to by and large different hubs through hashgraph, utilizing the tattle convention, which for the most part is genuinely critical. Before long, all hubs in a group become kind of acquainted with each truly other. Then a specific information structure is framed in an unpretentious manner. It comprises of a payload of exchanges, a timestamp, a computerized mark, and hashes to the past designs, which really is genuinely critical. Hbar sort of is Hedera's essentially local symbolic that powers applications on the Hedera organization. Hbar fundamentally is used to pay for network administrations, exchange expenses, in-application installments and micropayments. Engineers can pay network expenses with Hbar